Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Doing It 365 Pod with your host Sir Fluential at the Flags 365. This evening, it's all about the motherland. Once again, this is a special episode to me because we're going to a country, we're going to a place, we're speaking to someone who is from a country that is very close to my heart. My middle name, Mandela, is because of Nelson Mandela. I've been to this country, South Africa. I enjoy the food, and it's a pleasure now to be enjoying and embracing the sound that is causing waves through the continent, which is Amapiano. My guest today is none other than the Prince himself of Amapiano, Aymos Shili. Amos Shili, thank you so much for joining me. How are you doing today, bro?
Amel, thank you. And how are you, sir?
I'm very, very well, thanks. I'm very, very well. It is very, 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 very fortunate for me to have this moment with you because I know you're a very busy man. You've just come off finishing doing the press release and press run for your latest project, Gemini, featuring Focalistic, and it's on fire right now. All the playlists, all the DJs, all the events, the people are loving it. Let's talk about though the name Amos Shili, who Amos Shili is, and how did you get into music?
Uh, Amos Chile is a simple dude aspiring for great things. I always say the sky is never the limit. Um, I was born like any other kids. I was born in church. I've been raised I've been raised like as a Christian with both parents. And I guess this the love of music started in church when I was at the choir singing with the other worshippers. I then transited to high school where I had my own choir, and I became a sessionist for a couple of DJs around South Africa. And then I felt like it's time I do me now. It's time I do Amos. And yeah, I've never looked back since then.
I love that. What gave you the inspiration or the encouragement to take that leap of faith and say, you know what, I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna now pick up this genre and represent it on my shoulders and give it my best and my all. Who are some of the artists or people around you that said, you know what, you can do it?
Actually, it's quite a lot of people who've been giving me a positive comment about the way I write music, the way I deliver my music. They've been actually giving me courage to do it more and to take it serious as a career. It started as a hobby when I was still doing nursing, and I had to even drop nursing because music was so jealous. I
Mm,
would sing during exam room. It was so jealous. I couldn't even wait. I couldn't even do 9 to 5 anymore. Ever since I've been Amos, I've never actually worked a 9 to 5. I've never been employed. Because music has never allowed me to do that. And
I love that.
seeing people's reaction when I sing at church, when I minister, people would have positive comments about it. So I felt like, you know what, this is what I'm called for. Um, I don't know if it wasn't for music, then what else would I be doing at this time? So it's a calling. Honestly, it's a calling.
Dope, dope. And very often we hear artists, musicians say that it's a calling and it's possessive and it's obsessive and it's overwhelming, so to speak. How did you channel that? How do you channel that when you're creating your music? Are you somebody that writes your music down, or do you just sing at home, or do you have to be in the studio setting with other creatives?
It comes in different ways, in different forms. Um, just to support the fact that it's a calling. I usually get lyrics anyway, anytime when I'm in a bathroom, when someone is talking. I just like a certain things that they say, certain line or certain phrases. Then I just record them on my phone, save them for later, and just pile them and pile them and pile them. And when I'm in studio, I then review everything I've been doing. I just play back everything, all the voice notes I've been doing, and whatever voice note that resonates with me at that time, I use it. And it has always been like that. It has always worked for me like that. I don't really necessarily sit down and say I'm gonna write a song from scratch. So everything I do, it's my experiences, everyday life experiences, being reviewed again. So yeah.
Again and again. Nice, interesting, interesting. Let's talk about what Amapiano is and what does it mean to Amos Shili. When someone says, I like Amapiano, or what is Amapiano Amos, what does it mean to you?
Amapiano to me, it means quite a lot. It's For me, it's a medium of expression. um, I can express myself through the beats, through the lock drum, And what makes it even natural to me, it's the language, the lingo, and the culture. We are not trying too much. We are not trying too hard to tell our stories through the Amapiano, because it's within us. It's not like, just to make an example, it's not like trap music, whereby we adapt to Western culture's music. But Amapiano, it's what we do. Even the lyrics, it's our everyday lingo, how we speak in the township. But how I actually broke it down, I've always wanted to be heard, but
Hmm.
positive. I love gimmick music, but I've always wanted to leave an impact, a positive impact, whenever I do any song. So it's either I do it right, or I don't do it. When I'm in studio, I want to write something that people will take home, something that people will carry in their hearts, and I want people to have an experience when they listen to my music. So I take time also. I make sure that it's well written, well crafted, so that it stays in the heart for a long run. I don't want my music to expire tomorrow. I want my
All
music to be
right.
relevant forever, if that's what it takes.
I respect that and I appreciate that highly. And it definitely comes through for me. That's what you feel, that resonance and that reverence for sure with this genre. Talk to us now about your recent releases before Gemini. Which of those most speaks to you as a person?
I would say, phew, my recent one was Shili.
Mm,
It's an Afro tech song. I did it with DJ Lesh. And I remember when I was recording the song, it was during level 5 lockdown in South Africa. Something that came and caught all of us unexpected. We didn't know
mhm,
where this pandemic comes from. We don't know what it is. We were not prepared for it. It just hit us unexpected. So I remember we were not allowed to go outside our houses, outside our homes. And my manager said, no, Amos, because there's so much music you need to deliver to people. We can't just relax because of pandemic. We have to do something. People constantly want to be fed. People are hungry for music. He then welcomed me to his place to come stay there for like a couple of months. For a couple of months, I stayed there, and DJ Les sent a beat over. He was like, my friend, I don't know how you're gonna pull this one off, but here's a beat. And I
mm,
remember I had a writer's block. I didn't know what to write about, because I was confused. I was frustrated about what was happening at the moment. Being gigs being cancelled, and families losing souls, people. It's just a chaos. And I went downstairs and I sat and I look around me. I felt like it was my responsibility to talk to God, whoever who is
mm,
responsible of mankind, that I'm so sorry for everything that has ever happened. If this pandemic is happening because of our deeds, then forgive us. I stand here in behalf of everyone. I'm saying shwele shwele iba nofefe kuthina bantu abakho. And that clearly means sorry, sorry. Have mercy upon us, your children. And I remember
mm,
when I went to the mic, I ran back to the apartment, and I told my producer, To Star Quality, shout out. I was like, man, give me the mic right now. And I was singing the song in tears. It's like, what's happening? And I just kept on singing, recording one take, and the whole song was done, was completed. And it
Ah,
was so magic. It was a magic. It was a magic. Honestly, it still is. You know, I can't get over the song.
that for me, that is my favorite song of yours right now, for true. So to hear you really give the breakdown of it, and it's just so in keeping with how I feel. Even thinking of the song now, I'm getting small
Yeah,
goosebumps because you can resonate, you can really feel and connect, and you can not just sympathize but empathize as well with how powerful music is, and how no matter where we are, whether we're on the motherland or we're in the diaspora, we have that connection, we have that oneness, we have that same essence, and the music is what keeps us together,
connect
intertwined, even though
exactly.
we're so far. So it's Shwele is definitely something I'm going to be streaming more and more, and I'm going to take this time now to remind everybody watching this. The links, all his songs will be in the description box below. Please do check them out. Follow him on Instagram. Make sure you're checking out the Prince of Amapiano, Aymos Shili, because he's going to be taking Amapiano to the world for sure.
Thank
You
you,
mentioned
Uncle.
that you mentioned another genre a moment ago that that your song resonates with, and that's Afrotech. There's been a recent conversation between distinguishing Afrotech from Amapiano from Afro House. How would you make that distinction? Or if there is any such distinction?
I think the only difference I feel about the two genres, about these genres, is the tempo. The tempo is, I mean, Afrotech is quite fast, and there isn't much of vocals, honestly. You know, it's mostly about the feel of the composition of the beats, the
Mm,
elements that are included there. Uh, as for Amapiano, it's the culture. It's either you do it right or you don't do it at all. You know, it's the lock drum. It's the articulation of the lingo and all of that, and it's rooted here in South Africa. Where else, Afrotech, it's global.
mm,
It's everywhere. You know, um, you can say you. I mean, you wouldn't tell exactly where it's from because it resonates with everyone. I, as opposed to Amapiano still growing and branching into different branches, and you know, it feels like a tree that's family rooted in South Africa, but giving branches and leaves all over the world. You know, but apart
definitely.
from that, they're all musical. They're all musical. Apart from the BPM, I feel like they're all African music. You know, us Africans
Definitely.
are more on the rhythm. They are so much on the rhythm. You know, I could say that. Apart from that, there isn't anything different because they all resonate from house music anyway. They all come from house music.
Which is the Afro House,
Yeah,
definitely. 110%.
exactly.
I like the fact that you spoke about its birthed in South Africa and branching out, because most certainly it is. We've seen Focalistic do the remix to Kesta with Davido. We see people in Tanzania like DJ Josie pushing the Amapiano hard, and it's most certainly been causing waves and motions and oceans of excitement
Right.
and joy here in the UK, especially in London and across the Midlands as well. For me, the moment that really made me pick up on Amapiano and say, hold on, what is this? Why does it sound like this? Why does it sound, why is it making me move? And I wish I remembered to bring my whistle. It's the young miss in the black hoodie blowing the whistle and doing the dance. That for me is it. That is it. That's the culture. That's the movement. And I'm like, yes, I can get down with this. I like this. It sounds good. And I've just watched it. And it's gone viral and viral. And like, okay, I'm getting into this more and more. And I'm seeing more and more UK people are pushing it. And now, not just South Africans, but the African nations in the southern part of the continent are saying, hey, yeah, this is us. This is what we have been listening to. And this is what we party to regularly. And it's going viral all over the world. The Africans in the diaspora in America are doing the same thing. But here in the UK, we've been making waves and moves over the last year. So we have to give thanks for the lockdown for that, because it's really allowed us to zone in on it and say, hold on, what is this? And especially stations like Drums Radio, shouts out Dan B, Mr. Silk, and all the others on that station as well, giving us that regular constant Afro house, Afro tech Amapiano, and making us get to understand the history of it. So I can't wait to see how the rest of the year goes because it's blossoming so well. So how does that feel for you sitting there in South Africa and you're like you said, you're in level 5 lockdown and no shows, but you're seeing on social media that your song is traveling far and it's making waves in the UK. How does that feel for you?
It was it was a nightmare, honestly. Um, when everyone is singing your song and people are celebrating, having fun in their own homes, and you are just there thinking there is no income. Literally, gigs are being cancelled, but the song is famous, but you are not capitalizing on the song. You feel
Mm,
like all the hard work just went to waste. Boom. It was not the best time of my life, honestly, and I had to be strong. Even today, I still don't know how I made it through, because at some point I went through depression, but I didn't know that was depression because I didn't know how it feels to have depression to begin with. Shoo. But I must say that time actually, it was the time where I needed to sit down and discover myself again. Who is Aymos? Why am I doing this? Um, and where am I heading to? Should this thing come again in this lifetime? What's gonna happen? I felt like it's a wake up call about as to how do I then react should this any situation should any situation come to my life similar to this. How do I react, and how do I still maximize? How do I create other
that's it.
streams of income so that I can leave should anything happens to my career? And I could say it really helped me and opened my eyes at the same way in the same time to venture into other things, things that are slightly far from music, and to know how to use money when I have money, to know how
Mm,
to capitalize on these gigs. And I think I've been stronger after this. I told myself I'm not going down no matter what happens, and what happened has happened, and I'm grateful that I'm still standing.
100%, bro, 100%. I feel as well though that despite feeling the pressures and the suppression and the depression and the lack of mobility and events and gigs, it's also been like a pressure pot, a pressure cooker, because now when you do finally start to get those big shows, which they're coming in now, and you can now travel and go to Europe and come to the UK and go to America, it's going to be an exponential moment. And especially now as we have the new release coming and the album coming, we can expect an even bigger trajectory. So how do you plan to do that now? How do you plan to navigate and handle that? Because now we can look forward to the springboarding of it.
Sure, I've been in studio for since since we are able to do that. I've been in studio for the longest time with doing so much collaborations across South Africa. In fact, across borders. I think you've seen that I've also collaborated with Jules, and there's more work with Mr. Dodge, and I believe there's still more collaborations abroad. Because what I want to do now is to expand and sort of share the sound of Amapiano to the rest of the world. I want to share the sound with the rest of the Africans, in fact, the rest of the continent, and so
Yes.
that I can open more opportunities and avenues to other platforms and other countries, if I may say. And it has been going uh, the direction that we've planned, because we see the fruits now. We see the work that we've put in the beginning. People are dropping the music that we did with them, and we are growing fruitfully and abundantly. So that's the strategy. Other than that, just making more music and more music for the people. People want music.
That's right, 110%. And it's something I was speaking to some of the art DJs, the artists here in UK said to him, don't let the pandemic slow you down or prevent you from getting in and giving us that creativity. You need to fuel us as much as you need finances to fuel you. Find other ways. You said you have other business ventures that you're doing as well, which is great. Diversify yourself for sure. And it's so important because artists shouldn't just limit their creativity to just in the studio or on stage. Be creative in every aspect of your life to be abundant, as you rightly mentioned just now. Let's speak on now the recent project, Gemini. Why did you choose to title the song Gemini, and why that collaboration with Folklastic?
um, so a few months ago, I've been doing a lot of collaborations. DJ Maporisa, Kabza, Prince KB, you can name them. And I haven't really dropped something of my own. Like I've never dropped an album that says Amos, you know.
Mhm,
And I kind of took a pause to discover myself, like I said earlier, and learn the music business, learn and grow my team, my support system, and have my team to carry me through, you know. And honestly, just grow in music and in the business. So I felt like I needed a fresh start, and I titled the first song Germany because of German cars are known for their speed, their muscular, and their quality, you know, reliability and all of that. And that's how I imagined my first song. That I want my first song to speak to open the way for me, you know. I wanna maintain my own lane. I want people to know that now this is Amos, paving the way to the actual project, which is Yimilo. So the name Yimilo means this is me.
mhm,
um and this is me because now I'm dropping something of my own this time. I'm not being featured this time. It's strictly Amos, and I also needed a very strong feature to push the story behind Germany. And then we got
mhm.
Focalistic, who was also keen to jump on the song, and he did quite amazing on the song. And shout out to him. So that's how it came about, you know. I mean, if you can listen to the lyrics say Sugendleleni, Velapim Jongeni, Dingom Traisen, Dichinchamaleni. So it simply means get off my way because I'm the driver now. I'm changing from lane to lane. Also, that also entails that because I'm known for more conscious Amapiano, and Germany is more of a chilled song, you know, a chilled vibe, a little bit of gimmick. So I wanted to people to understand that I'm not a an artist who's just moving like a horse, but I'm diversifying to other sounds, other flows, and other styles of presenting my music. And Germany was it. You know, Germany is for young kids. It's for people who love machine cars,
Mm.
sport cars. You know, so from now onwards, I'm gonna move like a sport car. I'm gonna move like a German car, and I hope people are not gonna be left behind because I'm gonna move at a fast pace. Since I've been quiet for a while, I felt like I needed to make it up for it. You know.
That's true without a doubt. I like that. I like that because as you mentioned, you're still very young in this journey of yours, but it's been an exponential one nonetheless. And I feel like now you're gearing up to give us something truly fantastic. And folks, please make sure you take this moment right now to go and follow Amos on his Instagram. The link is in the description box below so you can be made aware of when the album drops. I believe it's dropping in September. So make sure and it's going to be on all the platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, everywhere. Let's get behind it. Let's support it. It's good quality music and it's feel good music, especially here in London in the UK where we're finally getting our summer. The day parties are right. We're enjoying the Amapiano branches. It's going to be a vibe. What else can we expect from Amos for the rest of 2021?
Sure, for the rest of 2021, firstly, I'm dropping another single next month, and another single, and another hot single. Then Yimilo, the debut album, is going to be dropping also. There's so many collaborations that I've done in South Africa, across the world. There's a lot, and I believe everyone will start dropping all of the music. I hope so, so we can dominate. So yeah,
Definitely.
there's so much music that's coming. There's a tour also, Yimilo tour coming soon, and
Oh,
I think all the information will be on my socials. Remember to follow me on Instagram, Aymos Shili. It's AYMOS_Shili SHILI on all digital platforms. Yep.
there we go. Without a doubt. Is London going to be on that Yimilo tour?
Of course, of course. I'm already
All right.
making
I'll be there.
I'm already making plans to come that side.
That's right. That's good. That's 100%. Amos, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure. You are a phenomenal artist. I know you're still young in the game, but you're making leaps and bounds. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Shwele, I'm going to stream it right after this. I'm going to stream Gemini as well. People, the links to the songs will be in the description box below. His Instagram will be there. If you enjoyed this, please share this video. Please give us a thumbs up. Comment if you're from South Africa or from a Southern Africa country as well. Let us know where you're representing from. And if you're loving Amapiano vibes as well, stay right here on the Do the 365 podcast. We're signing out with this one. Amos, I'll see you
Thank you
soon.
so much for having me.
My pleasure. Take care.
Bye.